And good enough. Something's gone awry. I think I broke the chocolate.
Why am I doing this to myself? No one asked for this video. This was my idea. There was no reason to do that. I could have just like downloaded, I just like looked up another recipe for something, made a recipe and been done with it and been like, ah, yeah, everything's good, everything's fine. No, I decided to make chocolate covered Doritos and chicken nuggets. All right, so let's start with, oh, I forgot to turn my light. Let's start with turning on my light. Let's start with the one that's probably just gonna be normal. Chocolate covered Reese's. I know what you're thinking. Reese's are already chocolate covered. That was almost a sentence. And you're right. So this should be the baseline. This should just taste normal. Well, it might taste slightly different because I covered the Hershey thing in Nestle chocolate, so it might taste a little different. But the point is, it should just be normal. Yeah, obviously the Nestle tastes a little bit different. Doesn't really change it that much once you get the peanut butter. It's just a Reese's. Yeah, I mean, it's a Reese's. It's about what I expected. So that'll be a 5 out of 10. That'll just be the baseline. Everything else will be judged based on that. So, next one, another just normal one, chocolate covered granola bar. I mean, Quaker makes these. Like, I could have just bought basically the same granola bars just in chocolate covered version. So I just basically did their job for them and put in way more work than I needed to. But it should be good. Yeah, I mean, it's good. A little too much chocolate. It ends up tasting more like a candy bar filled with granola than an actual just like chocolate covered granola bar. Like the Quaker ones that come like this, I feel like have a much better balance between the chocolate and the rest of it. But I mean, it's still good. I'll put this at like a 7 out of 10. It's good, but not as good as the ones you just buy store-bought, and also more work because you could just buy them like this already. So there wasn't really a point. I need to wash it down. It's just like so much chocolate. I'm actually kind of hoping the other ones aren't as good because then I have no incentive to finish the other ones. All right, next up, probably the last like relatively normal one would be chocolate covered apple. Normally you get chocolate covered like strawberries, I've seen cherries, you know, fruits like that, like berries a lot of the time. Apples not so much, but you do have candy apples, caramel apples, peanut butter on apples. I feel like chocolate on apples isn't that much of a stretch. Like, I don't feel like this is gonna be terrible. It's not terrible. I don't know if I'd say it's good. It's definitely edible, but like I can't say that it'd be like a go-to snack to melt chocolate over an apple and eat that. I think I'll stick that at a 5 out of 10. Like, it's not bad, but it's not good. Just right down the middle. I'm kind of disappointed because that was probably the only one that would have been a pleasant surprise. I don't think any of the others are going to be pleasant surprises. I think they're going to be bad. Just bad. Getting into the weird. Well, not super weird. Also way too covered in chocolate. There's way too much chocolate in this, but chocolate covered saltine. I feel like this one's not gonna be terrible because I feel like it's just gonna taste kind of like a chocolate covered pretzel. Granted, I don't like chocolate covered pretzels, but I don't feel like it's gonna be that much different of a flavor. It's just like chocolate, salt, and some sort of bread-like substance that's hard. I don't know how else you would describe crackers. Again, way too much chocolate, but I can chalk up more to execution than anything. But that's really not bad. I can't tell whether it's because I put too much chocolate on or what, but I actually might prefer that to chocolate covered pretzels. I don't know why. It's really not it's not bad. That's actually pretty good. It does kind of taste like a chocolate covered pretzel, just like cracker instead of pretzel. That's actually really good. That's actually pretty good. I would put that above the apple. That's shocking. That's actually a decent alternative to a chocolate covered pretzel. I don't think I'm gonna be pleasantly surprised. Yep, words. I don't think I'm gonna be pleasantly surprised about the other ones, because next up, we've got chocolate covered barbecue. Of course we do. Why would I do this to myself at all? All right, this could be a surprise, sweet plus barbecue. I feel like maybe not chocolate though. I feel like maybe like a honey or something for the sweetness. Chocolate, I don't know if that's really a good combo. That's weird. It's not terrible. Again, the chocolate definitely overpowers everything. Like, I only have a hint of the barbecue. It's like I was able to finish the whole thing, but it's not good. It's just not bad. What I'm starting to find is if you throw a bunch of chocolate on everything, like you throw enough chocolate on something to drown out the rest of the flavor, yeah, it's not gonna be bad. What about the Dorito? Chocolate covered Dorito. There's no way this isn't good. Now we're getting in, like, the cheese. I feel like the cheese is gonna be a not great mixture. Like the barbecue, fine. Cheese, I don't think that's gonna mix well with the chocolate. Oh. I mean, the flavor, it's sort of the same thing as the rest of them. The chocolate just sort of drowns out the rest of the flavor. The cheese does not come through at all. The consistency though, it like made the chip soggy, but then also solid because the chocolate hardened. So it's a weird like soggy chip, but still crunchy texture. I don't like it. I don't like the texture. There I got more of the cheese. Yeah, I got more of the cheese flavor. That's not good. Yeah, the cheese does not mix as well as the barbecue did. I mean, the barbecue didn't even really mix well, but it was at least edible. That one's not good. Oh, there's so much chocolate. There's so much chocolate. It's not good. Oh, not good. It's so much chocolate. Oh, and I just got like bits of Dorito that I'm eating, and it's still like haven't washed out the rest of the chocolate. It's so much. I should have had something to like drain the chocolate, but at the same time, what would have really been better is if I had one of those like, basically when I was looking up online how to melt chocolate, it recommended basically, if you ever saw the commercials a while ago for like the chocolate factory thing where it's just two pots that sit on top of each other, that's what they recommended, because I guess not having the pot directly on the fire keeps the chocolate from burning and melts it better, something. I don't know, but they recommended that. I think some also recommended adding butter to the chocolate. I think that's what they recommended. But I didn't do that because the bag of the actual chocolate chips just said throw the chocolate chips into the, if you need to melt them, throw them into a bowl and melt them. That's basically it, just throw them in the microwave. So I didn't think anything of the butter. I feel like if the chocolate was like creamier and less thick, like maybe if I would have added the butter, it would have been easier to get a more even coating on these. But at the same time, I don't know if it would have hardened correctly. So I don't know if that really would have worked out. And yes, I am absolutely stalling so I don't have to eat the other four. Chocolate covered garlic breadstick. So there is like the saltiness of the bread stick, like the saltiness with the garlic, I feel like it's not gonna be terrible. This one might actually mix sort of well. Who am I kidding? It's not going to. Oh, it's so tough. It's not terrible. I feel like that's what I've basically said about all of these so far. It's not terrible. The problem I have with this is the same problem I have with chocolate covered bacon. Because that was a thing for a while. Is chocolate covered bacon still a thing? Like, I remember going to the boardwalk in Wildwood, New Jersey, and trying chocolate covered bacon once. But I feel like I haven't heard anything about chocolate covered bacon since then. But this, I have basically the same problem where the two flavors don't mix. So you basically taste the chocolate, then the chocolate goes away, and then it just tastes like you're eating garlic bread. They don't combine. It doesn't work. Yeah, there's the chocolate. The chocolate melts, and there's the garlic bread. Like, all the garlic flavor comes out. Like, the garlic's buried in the chocolate, so you can't taste both at the same time. You taste the chocolate goes away, and then you taste the garlic bread. It's not bad, but it's not good. Oh, this is the first one, though, that I'm like very, very reluctant to try. So this chocolate covered cheese, the sole reason I did this was because of that Rugrats episode. So I can safely blame Rugrats for this monstrosity. I'm also not a huge cheese guy. Like, I like cheese on pizza or like as like Doritos and stuff like that. Cheese is fine as an ingredient, but I'm not the kind that could just like take a block of cheese and eat a block of cheese, or take like a Kraft single and just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna snack on this. There's no way this is good. I don't want to do it. Because the thing is, I feel like everything else I've eaten so far has been designed to be potentially edible. Like, some of them have failed, like some of the peanut butter popsicles have been awful, but they're at least designed to hopefully be good. And then I bite into them and it's like, oh, this isn't as good as I thought it would be. This one's purposefully designed to be terrible. You can tell I would never have been able to be on Fear Factor when they have to eat shit. There's no chance. No, I didn't hold it in my mouth that long. Oh, I still taste it. I still taste it though. I feel like I need to get a better bite. No, it doesn't get better. It doesn't get better. That was as much as I can do. Oh, the cheese just clashes so hard with the sweetness. Coke, help me. Okay, that was the first terrible one. That also makes me extremely reluctant for the other two. The other two are gonna be worse. I just fucking know it. Okay, so we got the egg. Now the chocolate just did not want to stick to the egg. And a lot of the chocolate isn't even hard that is on the egg. But we got enough chocolate on the egg to have a chocolate covered egg. I need to just go for it. This is not gonna be good. There's not enough chocolate to make it like super bad. Like, I'm kind of glad the chocolate didn't stick to it. There was basically just that initial bite where it's like egg but sweet. And it's one of those, it like fucks with your brain because eggs aren't supposed to be sweet. So it's just like, it's not even like it was bad per se. Oh, there's more chocolate down here. I'm gonna, or maybe not. It's not good, but somehow it's better than the cheese. Somehow that combo is better than chocolate cheese. All right, we got through all but the last one. the last one, it's chocolate covered enough. So there's a lot of things going against this. Not just the fact that it's a chocolate covered fucking chicken nugget, but also the fact that it's cold now because it's been in the fridge. So it's cold, it's not just chicken with chocolate. It's cold chicken covered in chocolate. No. Not only is the chicken not great because it was cooked like fucking two hours ago and then just sat in the fridge, but the sweetness, the chocolate, that just did not help at all. Oh, you know what the problem is? Normally, I eat my chicken nuggets with ketchup. This is gonna be much better. Somehow that actually did make it better. I feel like I need to try. I feel like I need to try that again. That had to be a fluke. Yeah, that's better. The ketchup does a good job of masking everything. So the ketchup is the real MVP here. All right, that was chocolate covered everything. I was kind of disappointed after the first like 6 or 7 because it was all just like, yeah, it's good, but not great. Those last 3, no, never again. This was an abomination. I don't even know what else to say. This is just not good. I'm genuinely shocked though that the chocolate covered cheese was the worst one. I thought the chocolate covered chicken nugget would be way worse, but that was at least like I did spit it out before the ketchup, but it was at least like semi-edible. Like if the chicken was fresh, it wouldn't have been terrible. I mean, it still would have been bad, but it wouldn't have been like spit it out, this is awful, and terrible. But yeah, if there's any other things that you want to see me make, whether it's like using a recipe, not using a recipe, fucking abominations like this, let me know. But for now, I'm gonna end this episode here and go like wash my mouth out or something. I don't know. Bye.